Hey guys, Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Immortal Hulk, issue number 30. This was a really cool issue. This will actually be one of my final reviews, like all in all, for the most part, in general, in theory. Anyway, go and check out my podcast coming up this coming Saturday at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for more details on that. This issue is called Cometh the Hour, and there's a biblical quote in the beginning, which is actually kind of cool. I love when they do stuff like that. Al Ewing is the writer. Joe Bennett is on pencils. Roy Jose, Bellardino Bravo, and Cam Smith on inks. Paul Mounts does the colors, VC's Corey Petit on letters, Alex Ross doing the cover, Mike Del Mundo doing the variant cover, and Stanley and Jack Kirby, of course, created the mother effing Hulk. And Zemu finally shows up in this one. That's like an important aspect here, which is interesting because for the most part, it doesn't really have too much of the Hulk. It's childlike Hulk again in this particular case. It doesn't feel like Devil Hulk at all. It's purely Child Hulk. Oh, Hulk smash, Hulk me no like you do this kind of thing to Hulk, and you know why buggy slimy things burn and bite Hulk. Like, dude, chill out with that. So I want to say this is an action-packed issue, but like the dialogue, I got to be honest, all right, in this particular issue is really kind of lousy. Sorry. Good action. Obviously, Bennett doing the art, Mounts doing the colors, all this good, and 3 anchors, what? So all of that, freaking fantastic. And Ewing actually writing the action, what he wants to see in this, dude, all of it, awesome. The individual dialogue by itself, dude, we being honest with each other, I just kind of looked at this like, what is it that half of the people are saying in this? Doc Samson is talking to Harpy, and I'm just like, I don't know what you're saying. I literally have no idea what you're talking about. Puck shows up, and he's like, his Saskatchewan accent. Absorbing Man's in the helicopter, whatever, the aircraft with him. It's like, oh, you left me and did such and such and such. And, Puck is over there. And if I was American, I'd feel insulted by that. What? What? Like, what the hell is anybody talking about in this issue? There's a reporter who's there. Maybe this reporter works for Roxxon, I guess. I was so confused by this. I didn't go into any detail with it. I just stood there looking at this going, what? Freaking, she's just out of nowhere. She's talking about, this crazy stuff's happening. And somehow the Hulk's in the middle of it. And I don't know how, but he's responsible for everything. This almost sounds like a Bernie Sanders attack from MSNBC, where it's like, yeah, I don't know what I'm talking about, but I don't like him, and I think that he's a sexist somehow. Don't quote me. It's like, what? What? Where is this even coming from? I feel like, look, I know a lot of us put a good bit of emphasis in the idea that rich people must be smart. Problem is most of the rich people are actually just trust fund babies, so they really are as stupid as this one guy in here. But you'd figure that after a guy says, hey, I'm actually a Minotaur, and I'm going to show myself to be a Minotaur all around. I'm going to take my this is going to permanently be my natural form. It's my natural form anyway. I'm not going to try and hide myself as Dario Ag or blah, blah, blah. No, I'm the Minotaur from the Labyrinth, mother fathead. Theseus lives inside my butt crack. Like, that's what I'm talking about. That dude. And he's talking about, why I'm going to do that? You know why? Because I just betrayed the human race by siding openly and publicly with dark elves. From Svartalfheim, like, these fantasy realm people who just, come in and eating people in the middle of the streets on a video camera and stuff like that. I was responsible for that. Bruh. And I didn't get in any trouble. That's even bigger than me doing all this oil fracking and all this other crazy stuff and all the crazy evil stuff that Roxxon has done. I never get in trouble for anything I do. So you know what? Minotaur. And there's this absolute jackass who works for him, a future crushed head, who's like, okay, so yeah, I'm going to do this bad thing. What do you think, boss? How's it look? It's like, oh, it's cool. Hey, how come you don't do the other thing that I told you to do? Well, I think that would be illegal. And he actually goes into more detail. I don't know why. Like, you're literally just making it so he's going to crush you slower and make it hurt more. Like, man, you are really stupid. Illegal? Minotaur betrayed the human race. You you're stupid. like if you're gonna be evil, go full evil. That's not that to me. That just doesn't seem that difficult. I'm just saying, it avoids you getting your head crushed, or take your 401k while you can, your pension, get the heck out of Dodge. I'm saying, you know. So for the most part, everybody in this book is just, they're either talking absolute. The only people that were talking sense was actually Dario Agger and his crew, but man, that one dude was just real dumb, genuinely dumb. It's believably dumb, but man, this guy is dumb. Anyway, aside from nothing really making sense, and the one reporter talking about, hey, Gamma Flight, help us out. We haven't seen you in a while. We just really want you in the comic book. And, oh, here's a reason to come in. Look, there's a monster behind me attacking it. If you got their personal phone number, I figured they'd believe you. And you don't actually have to be standing in front of the monster that's wrecking everything. And you could just, try to seek safety someplace. It's like a Godzilla soundtrack. There'll be no shelter here, so I might as well videotape everything. Nah, dude, just run. And on the way, dude, hey, follow the smoke signals. You'll see them. It's not that hard. So I did like the comic book. I liked the comic book a lot. But the dialogue. The story's good. The direction is great. I love seeing this stuff. But man, I'm pretty sure that you could, unless you see Dario Agger on the particular panel and there are word balloons there, you could really just skip all of the word balloons in here, everything, because nothing that anybody says makes sense unless they're in that boardroom. I don't get it. But anyway, yeah, Zemo shows up in this one, and I'm looking forward to seeing what happens. Seriously, they've made such a big deal about this. They can't just turn around and be like, oh, he just got one shot. Bloop. No, you can't have him just in this one issue. You got to make this an arc of him jacking up the Immortal Hulk and all of his crew, because he could. And I want to see it. Anyway, guys, I'm out. Professor Bill, Comic Book University. Class dismissed.